The gods were never meant to dream, yet they do. When they do, the pieces slip, worlds crack, and the quiet between thoughts begins to whisper. This is the fourth story in the series, The God Who Fell Asleep in a Jigsaw Puzzle, a spiral of forgotten puzzles, recursive realities, and things that should not be shaped like teeth. Here we offer you a story, a fragment, a warning. This is Teeth of the Divine. Dr. Elsie March hated molars. They were smug, secretive teeth, always hiding something. But even she wasn't prepared for the Wednesday morning mouth. Her 10:30 a.m. patient, Harold Crinn, sat in the chair like a deflated balloon of a man mumbling through numbed gums. "Something stuck back there," he groaned. Dr. March leaned in, peering past the second molar. Then she saw it. Wedged between enamel and gum was a jigsaw piece, small, glowing faintly, and it was humming. She blinked. It was humming. Not music exactly, more like the low drone of an interstellar refrigerator thinking about sadness. "Mr. Crinn," she said, reaching for her pliers, "have you been chewing on anything divine recently?" Crinn moaned, then shook his head. "I ate toast. It had the words on it. Decoherence. Thought it was just a fancy gluten." She extracted the piece. It came loose with a pop and a faint whispered apology in 7 overlapping voices. The lights flickered. Dr. March held the piece with forceps. It bore an image, a slice of reality, a park bench under a purple sky with what looked like her sitting on it, reading a book she hadn't written yet, titled How to Handle the End. She blinked. The image shifted. She was now lying on the bench. Now she was the bench. Now the bench looked uncomfortable. The air shimmered. The piece began pulling on her thoughts like static on a sweater. Behind her, the sink began dripping sideways. Her diploma changed languages 3 times in 1 second. She shoved the piece into a lead-lined drawer left over from the time her cousin briefly turned into a microwave. The drawer groaned shut. Everything stopped humming. Crinn blinked. "Did I pass out?" "Only metaphysically," she said, removing her gloves. That night, Dr. March laid the piece on the kitchen table and, against better judgment, fit it into a puzzle she hadn't remembered starting. As it clicked into place, her phone vibrated. A voicemail. Unknown number. She played it. A voice spoke, hoarse, massive, exhausted.
"Where's the rest of me?"
it said. She hung up. The ceiling whispered,
"Too late."
The puzzle is never truly finished. It just pretends to be for a moment, and then the edges curl, and the corners gnash, and another piece begins to hunger. That was Teeth of the Divine, a short story by James A. Andrews, and the 4th shard in the series, The God Who Fell Asleep in a Jigsaw Puzzle. Please like, subscribe, and share, but remember, if the voices get louder, don't try to reason with them. Just don't let them hand you a box. Until the next time, sleep lightly.